All right, guys. Watch this video here for what day? Thursday, March 5th. Teamwork in chat, fantastic again. Showing you the SPY. I think the Dow was up almost 1,200 points today. So we are in a wacky market. I mean, look at the SPY candles, this whole melt up, right? Then you got a little bit of action, then SPY narrow candles again, and then boom, look what you've got now. Every day, crazy range, which is good for day traders. I'm going to share this one chart with you because I'm actually, even though this wasn't certainly my biggest trade of the day, it was one of my favorites because CTRM was on the gap play watch list and showing you 2 minute candles here. So it just takes off out of the gate. I never chase. I have to have an A plus setup. So I didn't do anything with it. And then it started to flag, called it long in chat for those of you that were there, over 220, kind of a flag break, and still had the high of day above as another catalyst. So I kind of like that it did this little spike up and then the flag, right? So we're not buying the high of day break here. We're buying a flag break, consolidation break, if you will, with another catalyst just above. And so I clicked buy twice on this thing, got filled both times, 220, sold some 243, and I literally, the reason I'm showing this because I'm trying to be braggy here, I actually sold the top on some. I had an offer out at 260 and got filled. So, and that ended up being the high of the day, which was kind of cool. And by the way, look at CTRM now, just to show you, you always hear that's why we rent them. It did this and ended up going out at 92 cents. I tweeted that chart today, and somebody, that screen I just showed you with my fills, and somebody replied to my tweet and said, "So are you holding overnight?" Which is, to me, a lot of people don't understand what day traders do. We trade. We get involved at the appropriate points. We sell into strength. Then we go back to cash, and I'm in cash every night. So anyway, let's go look at the SPY one more time. Beautiful, beautiful daily candle there. I'm not saying it's up from here, but these are some big green candles strong enough to scare the people that think that, that the market's just going to tank now. So I really like what I'm seeing, and the trading's been fantastic. I ended up trading more than this, but this was kind of a midday screenshot. And the reason I took this screenshot is I went 17 and 1. Keep in mind that includes scale out, so it's not a full 17 trades, but 17 with, I usually buy 1 or 2 times on a stock and then sell, 3 or 4 times. So, but the reason I pointed this out is the one losing trade was this one, which by the way ended up moving much higher after I sold it, but it was an early trade and I didn't want to give any money away on an early trade. So I did a limit of 220, got filled at 218, and then hit out at the market when it didn't go immediately and lost a penny. So my one losing trade was a penny loss. And then I will slide this over to show you how my day ended. So that was still, my only loss was 1 penny loss. Been proud of that. And, people ask me how I do that. I don't always do that, but trading's been great lately. But the one thing that really helps me with that kind of track record is sitting on my hands unless and until I have an A plus intraday setup. Okay, that's really, really important. I've seen people on Twitter say the entry doesn't matter that much. It's how you scale in and scale out. To me, if you nail the entry, everything else takes care of itself. You see in my charts, right? You get long, and you should hopefully you're taking it that one point, that inflection point where it should immediately start working for you. And if it doesn't, that's telling you something too. You were probably wrong. So keep that in mind. So if I can enter right at one of those points where it just takes off right after I'm in, man, all I got to do is scale out into strength, right? Place offers up above. I love that. All right. Anyway, I gotta get going because I got somewhere to be, and so I'm trying to get this done early today. Not in love with the watch list because the market's so strong, but I do have a couple coronavirus plays. AIM closed well off its highs, but it did gap up and close above its open, so I want to watch that one. INO, which this feels like it's got to come back down, but if they start to think, hey, this is the virus play, it might catch a bid again. It had a huge move yesterday. Today, no trades in it, obviously. BIOC, I like this chart a lot, believe it or not. I'm not a big penny stock fan, but this is a huge move, 2 days lower, and pretty good volume today. I wish it would have closed stronger, but that is definitely one to watch tomorrow. HTBX, huge move today. And if I were going to stick around, I might even give an after hours trade. But anyway, definitely want to watch that one tomorrow. It's showing great strength. Gilead, I'm going to put back on watch. I didn't trade it today, but it did close strong. And, the high from the other day is all the way up here at 79. So I still view that as a potential target and maybe catalyst. So if we get an A+ setup in it, I will trade that one tomorrow. That's a coronavirus play. This one's kind of obscure, but I'm going to try it anyway if I get a setup. You had the big pop here, another big pop here, came back down, found support. You kind of have a 2-day high right here. Yesterday's high, 40 cents. Today's high, about 40 cents. So over that, I'll switch to 15-minute candles to kind of show you the setup. So there's the big pop, there's the gap up, and we are starting to curl back up. Also perceived to be a coronavirus play. Not in love with that one. IBIO, really nice bounce today, and closed pretty strong. Definitely want to watch that one tomorrow. TOCA, T-O-C-A. I like this one a lot because you got a 2-day high at 208. Hit 208 yesterday, hit 208 today. Huge move back here. Seems to be finding some buyers again. I like that long over 208. Maybe through 2 if we get the proper setup tomorrow, right, guys? KPTI, big breakout, inside day. You kind of have a 2-day high thing here, too. 27.39 yesterday, 27.42 today. So if we can kind of break out of that range, maybe it revisits the highs of the gap up day. That one's extended, so keep that in mind. And then I threw Wi-Fi on watch, which kind of has a 2-day high right around 15. Not in love with that one either. Short and sweet tonight. Well, it hasn't been that short. I've been babbling for 6 minutes, but I got to go. So we'll see y'all in chat tomorrow. Have a good night.